we called it the General because we were eating General's chicken.
Okay.
Chinese food. But when I turned it in to Axl, he thought it was called the General because I was kind of making fun of Tommy, as Tommy was the band, kind of like the MD. He was like the musical director when we'd have rehearsals. And he thought, I was, poking fun at Tommy as being, like a general, okay, we're rehearsing at this time, and, and that kind of shit. And I was like, no, dude, it was because we ate General's chicken. I don't know who got it, but, we were writing all these crazy songs to try to turn in to, and these were coming from, Extract as an old school DJ. And so the shit we were putting together was crazy. We were just kind of going okay, what samples should we find for Axl? He's kind of like Julius Caesar. So we were sampling Julius Caesar, looking for albums, and old school crazy shit. And I think we sampled Ben-Hur and chopped it up and cut it up. And that became a jam called Seven. I think we called it Seven.
Okay.
And then, and I remember bringing them, the studio to have, I think Roy Thomas Baker was producing at that point. And, and we would be playing the stuff, and he'd be in, one of the songs that actually is called, the album that we're making now is called Mars Mechanics. And one of the songs we have on the album, we put that one on the album. And it was one of the ones that I played for Roy. And, he was just like, what is this, reggae? And I was just like, no, because it was like a Neil Young old school jam that, Merv was just going off on. But the whole thing was just I was turning in all these weirdo songs that were coming, way far to the left or whatever. And, it was just kind of a crazy story of how that's one of them was the General. And I think Axl actually sang on the General.